at least 3 times.
I need you to hear what I'm saying, and when you listen to hear me.
Divorce court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Jasmine Bean and Jason Parson. The two of you have been together for a total of 7 years. You're currently separated, however. You have 1 child together, and while each of you have children from other relationships. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Bean, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you came to see me today?
I have come to see if there is a chance for us to salvage our relationship. The issue, though, mainly is infidelity. When we split up a while back, what caused it was he was at my house, and when I went to sleep that night, he was sitting beside me in the bed on the computer. And I don't know, something woke me up. It was maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and he wasn't there. And so he hadn't told me he was leaving, and I was calling his phone, and he wasn't answering. So I'm like, well, let me look around and see if he took some of his stuff, and left. And when I looked around, I found his computer on the floor, and it was open and unlocked. So I went and looked through his social media page, and I saw where he had been reaching out to different women, just random women, talking about he could be their out-of-town boo. One picture, or video rather, was of a young lady caressing her breasts. This happened to be a same young lady that had called one night when he was at my house. She called, it was 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and the phone just kept ringing. And so I'm like, I'm gonna answer the phone because it's 5 o'clock in the morning, nobody should be calling. This young lady, when I answered, she asked to speak with him, and I gave him the phone, and he hung up. So I felt like that was something shady going on because, if it was, he said that she just, still likes him, and she gets drunk and she calls just randomly.
Well, let me ask you this. What stage were you in your relationship when this occurred? Were you two living together?
No, not at this point. We were more so, he had a key to my house, but he was more so.
You've been seeing him how long when this stuff occurred?
Oh, this was not long before we broke up. So we had been together for at least about 5 or 6 years.
Okay. Mr. Parson, what would you like to say about what she just told me?
I like to say that is all incorrect.
Okay.
I give her about 30% on
30%, okay.
Right. The fact is, we're dating on and off, okay? We have split up. I don't live with her. She don't live with me. I don't have a key to her place at the time of what she's talking about.
When she was talking.
That is not true.
Hang on.
He
did not interrupt you, and you will not interrupt him.
At the time of that incident, what she's referring to, I came over because she said she wanted me to come stay the night. It was around about 10 o'clock, and she had dozed off. I got a phone call. He said, hey, what you doing tonight? I said, nothing, I'm just kind of hanging out. You want to come out and party with us? I got a couple of friends with me. He said, just come pick me up, and we're going to go pick up my homeboy. So I went out.
Yeah.
Now, I could have walked in there, correctly. Hey, I'm about to go out. You sleep, But she was sleeping. I didn't want to wake her up. The kids were asleep, so I slipped out for the night. Like I said, around about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, she did call my phone. I left my phone in the car, but by the time I did get back to it, I'm calling her like, hey, I'm over here with such and such.
Right.
I'm on my way. Nevertheless. Her issues come from things that happened in the past when we were in some type of relationship. I've never gave her the full commitment that she wanted.
I got you.
And that's where we're at. It's been times where we would get into an argument and I would say, hey, and I hate to do this. Judge. We are not together. I have to remind her that. We are not together. And when I do that, it sends her on a rage. She gets very heated. She hates to hear that come from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ms. Bean? Open your mind wide like a prairie. Was your relationship at the time that you were doing these things a committed, monogamous relationship that was understood to be such by both parties?
That's a confusing question because he would say one thing, but he would do something else. So, I mean, when you're telling me you're not ready for a serious relationship, but I'm not able to go out and be free and date and do whatever it is that you're doing, you know, that's a problem for you. You want me to be home cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids. But
were you trying to install her? In other words, you would say outright, we ain't in this together. It's not a committed relationship,
but I'm still treating her like a girlfriend.
But treat her like a girlfriend and don't let her go nowhere.
Treat her good. Nah, she can go
you can play and do whatever you want, but she can't.
No, it's not. I've never held a hostage.
That is stop.
I've never held a hostage. I've never held a hostage.
But if she went out with some other dude, you be cool with it?
Nah, I've never been cool with that. But
well, then isn't that what I just said?
But did I go out with another girl? I went out with the fellas.
Well, you went out on a cruise with some chick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
While I was pregnant. I was about 5 or 6 months pregnant.
Right.
Did you go on a cruise with another woman when she was 5 or 6
He told me he was gone with his cousin.
Yes,
Tell me how you found out he was on a cruise while you were pregnant.
Well, I didn't find out. I mean, I had my suspicions. When he calls me out of nowhere and he's like, I'm about to go on this, my cousin's passing by, he's going to Florida, I'm gonna ride with him. And I'm like, well, how are you getting back if he's staying in Florida? He never could give me an answer. His phone was always going to voicemail while he was gone. And then he came back talking about he went to the casino and won some money that I never saw. So I always had my suspicions, but I never had anything that was like solid until after the incident where he left and I went through his laptop.
Did all that happen?
Yes, I can't agree to that. We was at a rocky point of our life right there. I already expressed to her, hey, look, this is not going the way I planned it. You and I are not seeing eye to eye, and it's because of this argument.
Hang on.
It's because of arguing. And you see, I don't mind her doing it, but nevertheless, that's what I deal with on a regular.
I got you.
That's what I deal with on a regular.
I see what's happening. I see what's happening. Push and pull. I get it. Mr. Parson, your major concern is you resent the fact that though you were in some kind of relationship with her, she went off and had her first baby with some other dude.
Are you seeing somebody else? And she's like, yeah, I didn't know how to tell you this, but I found a boyfriend. Well, you told me that you wanted a committed relationship and you was gonna find one. 2 weeks later, she's pregnant.
The holidays are off.
So tell me about the situation where you were dating or together and she ended up having a baby with another guy.
Okay, we met around 09, somewhere around 2010. That's when 2-3 months into us meeting each other. Hey, look, I want to be in a serious committed relationship. I don't want to just be in a casual sexual relationship. Can you give me that or not? I said, I just got out of a 9-year relationship. I'm not ready for that right now. Fine. Well, if you're not going to give me that, I'm going to find somebody that will. Okay. Hey, I was cool with it. You know, we just met. It ain't like I had a lot of feelings invested.
Right.
But yet and still, we had a very good friendship relationship. I actually called her my best friend. One day she came to visit me, and she just kind of stopped by, and up on normal, you know, I tried to give her a hug and be like I usually be, and it's like, and I'm like, hold up, what's going on? Are you seeing somebody else? And she's like, yeah, I didn't know how to tell you this, but I found a boyfriend. Well, you told me that you wanted a committed relationship and you was gonna find one. 2 weeks later, she's pregnant. Now, I gotta swallow this, and I did. It was no problem. But my only thing was, you know, according to her mom, oh, he's a better candidate.
Love the way he said candidate.
At the time, I did have long hair. I had my hair braided, and mom prejudged me. Oh, he's a thug. He got to be a thug. Hold on, mom. I went to a magnet school. I graduated with honors. I'm an electrical engineering major. How you gonna prejudge me? Because I got braids, you know? So I'm a thug because I got braids.
Ms. Bean, what do you have to say about that circumstance?
I mean, for the most part, that is true. Nothing
else you can say.
I mean, for the most part, it is true. So, no, it's not much I can say. The most I can elaborate on would be more so for a long time, I felt like because he wanted me to have a child before I had gotten pregnant with her, he was trying to get me pregnant, and it did not happen.
Did you want her to have a baby?
She's basing this off the information that I told her. We had unprotected sex twice.
We knowingly, just like how our son got here, we knowingly were trying to have a baby.
Which is even worse.
It is. I'm
you
not
are
saying
in a
that
relationship with a guy who is not committed, who does see other women, and then you actively try to have a baby with him. You don't keep them that way. They don't stay.
I agree with you on that.
You
I'm
know?
not saying that what I did was right, but what I am saying is I felt like due to all of what I had going on, and because he was like a really good friend to me, I felt like he knew the situation and he took advantage because he wanted to.
You are the author of your own story. You are the subject of your own sentences. He took his fussing and said, yeah, you're right, I was wrong. You need to acknowledge that, yeah, you were right, you were wrong, because you're going to continue to make that mistake. You say, oh no, I don't care how, friends 5 years, all this, oh no. You can't impregnate me. You have not married me. My gene pool is special.
She jumped off the depot to get pregnant.
He is lying. Why are you serious?
She plotted that.
I don't disbelieve you.
She plotted that.
I don't disbelieve you. I ain't gonna fuss. But we gonna move on. We gonna move on. We gonna move on.
Oh my God. Okay.
And we're moving on.
We ain't in no committed relationship. I'm only giving it to you unless we go together.
Stop. Everybody, rise up. Everybody stand. Case to be heard on divorce court. Call us toll free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. There's so many different ways I can go and so little time in which to do it. I will start with you, though, and say you have a communication problem. She talks over you, and that even though you have made it clear to her that you are not in a committed monogamous relationship, she refuses to hear that. Did I get that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what you've said and what she's done and why this miscommunication continues to occur.
I've always told her I wasn't ready for a relationship, okay? Then, during us being together, I did basically lead on as a good man. I'm there for you. I'm there for your child. I got a key to your place. We cook together. We laugh together. We go out. I did all the things. And you can understand and say, all right, well, we got times where we were exclusive. It was
right.
a lot of times where, she was so great that it was no use to even having other women, but yet and still, I never wanted the title. I always wanted my freedom just in case I wanted to do this or do that. I wouldn't get blamed for being wrong. I didn't want the accusation of, well, you done me wrong, you cheated on me. And I just didn't want the title for it.
Right.
So that was my mistake of, if someone say, well, you kind of led her on in that way. So,
did you hear what he just said?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he just say?
Pretty much that he led me on. He knows that, and he did not want to be in a relationship.
That's what you heard, and I believe that. But that's not what he said. He said he was clear all throughout that he didn't want a relationship. He said he did things that could be taken as he wanted a relationship, but he always made it clear that he didn't. He didn't lead you on purposefully, but he allowed you to believe in the possibility. What I would like to say to you, however, is women are like that. We want to settle. We want to have a home.
Right.
And to the extent that you continue to give her that and just say, oh, by the way, we're not really a couple, and then do everything as a couple,
right.
Whether or not you say that or not, that's where you're taking her. You weren't a right guy.
Right.
And I want you to be a right guy from here on in.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I know if you leave here next week, she'll sleep with you.
All right. It's been times over this past year I say, hey, what's up? Let me get on up on that. She say, nah, we ain't in no committed relationship. I'm only giving it to you unless we go together.
Stop.
Hold on, I got some.
Everybody, rise up. Everybody stand.
Thank you. I put my foot down.
Okay. But yet and still, you have sex with two men that you don't go with.
If I looked in
what
your
I did
books,
with-
you would have so many pages of other women, it doesn't matter. You want to hold her to a different standard.
She holding me to a different standard.
No, but I'm saying she doesn't. She's not obligated to have. She can have sex with everybody in here and not want to have sex with you, and that's not a negative. She can do
it's
what
what
she
you're
wants to
saying
do.
when you say I'm not going to do it unless I'm in a relationship.
It don't matter.
With you.
No, so it's just me.
It's just
so I can go have sex with
because she's in love with
Joe
you.
Blow.
Thank you,
Because she's in
Judge.
love with
Thank
you.
you, Judge.
Because she had a relationship with you. But that's
So
why.
I just wanted to ask you that. I just want to ask.
He needed
That's
somebody
why.
to
You know.
But do you understand
Yeah,
that
you
now?
just made it clear.
You made it clear.
Only because she's in love with me.
Right.
So the guy who from the club, I don't care nothing
Why
about
are
him.
you worried about
Wham,
that?
bam, thank you,
Why
ma'am.
do you worry about that?
same thing
You
I
wham
say.
bam and thank you, ma'am.
How you know that?
He was just with the chick.
I
that
can
was
tell by the
sending
way you
pictures of
lean.
her
You
breasts.
wham bam, thank
They
you,
was
ma'am.
just in Memphis
That's-
together.
You know, it had nothing to do
Thank
with you.
you.
You're not with her. So don't judge
Right.
her about who she's
Thank
sleeping
you.
with because she
Okay.
won't sleep with you. Today's question sponsored by...
When your skin is feeling dry and crinkly, time for Gold Bond Healing Lotion. Penetrates 10 surface layers deep with 7 moisturizers.
Refuse to title your relationship. Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram @Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.